A Vort from the Rebbe, and this week's Parshas Vayakhel. In Parshas Vayakhel, it says in the beginning, Sheishes Yomim Teosem Alocha Vayem Ashvi Yulechem Kodesh Shabbos Shabbos Hashem. 6 days work shall be done, and the 7th day should be holy to you, a Shabbos Shabbosim, a Shabbos to Hashem. And the Torah uses a double expression, Shabbos Shabbosim. And the question that's asked in the Mefarshim, why does the Pasuk say the word Teosem Alocha? 6 days work shall be done. Why doesn't it say 6 days you do work? And on the 7th day is Shabbos. Why does it say Teosem? And the Rebbe explains it based on what we know. The Pasuk says, Igia kapecha kiseichal asherecha b'tevlach. It's a Pasuk in Tilim. You shall eat from the toil of your hands. What does that mean? So Chassidus says it means that when you eat, means you get involved in making a living to bring food and everything that you need home. You should do it with the toil of your hands. That means when a person is involved for parnasa, making a livelihood, it should only be with his hands. His hands means which is keach hamaisa, which is ability of doing things. But don't put your head and heart into it. It shouldn't be yegia reishcha. A person's head and heart should be involved in ruchnisdik, spiritual things, in Torah, mitzvahs, etc., etc. And when you do work, you should only put your outer keiches, which is your keich hamaisa. What is the reason for it? Because in truth, everything a person gets is only because Hashem gives it to him. It's not his business that brings it to him. Hashem is the zonim of farnas, the whole world. He supports the whole world. And the reason we have to work is because Hashem wants us to make a keli, make a vessel through which Hashem should give us our parnasa or everything else that he wants to give us. And the person has to recognize that. And if a person recognizes that his parnasa really comes from Hashem, then he'll understand that as much as he'll put in more work and put his heart and his head into it, he won't gain. He won't get more than what Hashem wants to give him. He'll only get what Hashem wants to give him. So there is no reason to put yourself into it completely, to be completely immersed in it. And therefore, you should not involve your head and your heart in it. You should only be involved in what you have to do to make a keli, to make this vessel, that in derech hateva, naturally, there is a way through which the parnasa will come. And that's why the Pasuk says, Sheishes Yomim Teosem Alocha, that 6 days Melacha shall be done. It's as if you're not doing it. Teosem means it's done as if it's done by itself. You have to work on it. But if you're completely involved, it means you're doing it. But if you do it just Yigia Kapecha, with your outer word Keiches, then it's as if it's done by itself. And that's what the Pasuk says, that Sheishes Yomim, 6 days Teosem Alocha. Work shall be done. You shall work on it, but knowing that it's all from Hashem. So that is the introduction to the second part of the pasuk. Then you'll have a real Shabbos. What's the inyan of Shabbos? Shabbos is, as the Chinuch says, is a time that we have to recognize that Hashem created the world. Why do we keep Shabbos? Because we show that we believe, we know that the Eibishter created the world in 6 days and rested in the 7th day. So he says it is to instill in the person emunas chidush ha'olam, to show that the world was created by Hashem and continues creating it. So that's what the pasuk says. If you during the week you recognize it, then when you come to Shabbos it's even stronger. And that's why the pasuk says sheishes yomim teosem alocha. And then when it comes to Shabbos, the pasuk says that it'll be Shabbos Shabbosin. Shabbos Shabbosin is double the word Shabbos. If a whole week you feel that way, then a whole week you are in the Bechina of Shabbos. So when it comes to the Shabbos day, then it's even stronger. But the lesson of the Torah is trying to teach us that that's how Yid is supposed to feel, that he's supposed to recognize that everything comes from Hashem and his work is only a kele. And that is the way you express your emunah in Hashem, and then it means that you're a whole week, you're a Shabbos Dikirit.